Hey guys, Crystal here. So, in my first two episodes of my Serenity run, I noticed that a few people were not happy that I was running Serenity, and a few of you, most of you, asked for something a little harder. So we are gonna switch over from Serenity to Endurance. The resources are a lot scarcer, the blizzards are a lot harder, everything is a hell of a lot harder. And you guys asked to do it on the Flats map, so we are going to do that, and we're going to get started. Now on the Flats map, there are three possible variations of the map for the locations of the resource piles, wall drills, coal mines, steelworks, etc. So we are going to reset a couple times because there's one specific one that I would like that's a little bit easier than the others. I don't really want to do this on the horrible ones because that's just, well, it's bad. So, yeah, we are going to do that, and looks like we did not get it. We got a map here where the steelworks is split between two locations. This is the second map. I'll show you what I mean. This map, you got one steelworks over here and one steelworks over here. We don't want this map, so we're actually going to reset here a time or two or three until we get this specific map. That was map number 2. I want map number 3. So we're going to go ahead and reset this. I definitely want to get the one map that I'm looking for. This is the one. So I had a little contest on the previous video that I made, asking you guys what you would like me to call the name of my city, and I looked through your comment suggestions, and I picked the one that I liked the most. Sorry CTG, Townie McTownface did not win. I am going to go with Avalon. Congratulations to whoever that was that said that. So, this map, the Steelworks is actually the closest to your town. Well, the last map that I showed you, map 2, the Steelworks is right here, but the other one was way out here. Map number 1, you got two Steelworks way the hell out here, like way against the edge of the map. But this map, you actually have two Steelworks together, which is important because you can heat them with one steam hub, and they're closer to the generator than the two steelworks out here. So here's our layout. We've got two steelworks over here, and our wall drills will go right here. We've also got a coal mine close to the generator and two coal mines not so close to the generator. And yeah, so we are going to go ahead and get started on this. I will be trying to keep these as about half an hour videos, I think. This new recording device that I've got, well, the file sizes get to like 1 gig per 4 minutes, so yeah. I'm going to show you guys a little secret here before I get started. If you're in Ansel mode and you look inside the generator, there's a little Undertale Easter egg there, so that's kind of fun to look at. So anyway, we're going to sign our first law, and it's going to be under Adaptation Emergency Shift, so we can get started on that. First thing we want to do, no matter which mode or which difficulty you play on, you always start with the same amount of resources. That means we can actually get started with a tech lab right on day 1, and we're going to do that to get faster gathering right off the bat. We're going to get faster gathering, and we're going to get beacon as our tech number 2. So the first thing we want to do is assign all but 5 engineers. No, I think I might assign, well, we'll see. Let's get some people going on the closest wood piles first, and we'll see how things go. So, we'll get wood there, we'll get wood there. What do we got here? We've got wood crates there. Come on, let me click on it. We've got a coal pile there, and we've got wood crates here. So, we're going to do that. And here's another wood crates pile. We are going to do that. Perfect. So, now that we've got all but 5 people allocated, we are going to do a little bit of road manipulation here to squish our buildings appropriately. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, And this will be our spot right here. We want to snap to that grid. And this is going to allow us to fit workshops here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Make sure the road's right there. Good. This will allow us to fit 4 workshops here instead of 3. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to pull back off the wood so we're not wasting it. What I'm doing here is I'm positioning for later, lining up these buildings appropriately, so when I do put the roads in here, everything will be lined up perfectly for proper placement of stuff. So we're going to let those 5 engineers build those. How many road segments is that? Let me just check here. That is 5 road segments, 1 engineer for each road, and then they'll all start building that, and then I'll release 5 more people off of this wood pile to help finish building this. Once they get there. Fun fact, people don't start building until they reach a building, so it's better to put them on a resource pile next to the building you want to build until they walk to that resource pile, because the gathering of the stuff is simply an animation. They start gathering the moment you put it on there, so you can get resources while they're walking over here, and then you can switch them over to the building, and you'll actually get resources for them walking over to it. If you had just put them on building, they do the same amount of walking that they do otherwise, but you wouldn't get the resources for it. So you guys probably know all this. This is probably for more beginner tips, but you know what? Let's get started. So we're gonna get going. 24 hours on the job, that's insane. Work until you die. So yeah, first priority is wood. We're going to try to keep our generator off for night 1, but we want enough wood to make 8 houses, and I want to say 1 medical post, but we need to go 2 medical posts because we don't want to risk it. So, don't want to risk it even for a chocolate biscuit. Alright, as soon as we get 5, we are going to release 5 more people off of here, and who are the closest ones? We've got Octavius Pelletute. Octavius Pelletute. Oh, man. He's an engineer, so we'll release him. He's the closest. What do we got? Franklin Parsons. Franklin Parsons, where are you? 2. And then it doesn't matter what the other ones are, so 3, 4, 5. And then they'll all start building, and I can put those guys back on here, and boom. Because now that they're all building, they won't return to the building, or sorry, they won't return to gathering until they're done building, so I can move them over there. And now I have 5 engineers free to get on the workshop as soon as it's done, so we're going to fast forward a little bit. And we want to maximize our time here because this game is going to get real hard real quick. So we're going to pause the game, and we're going to go over to resources, and we want faster gathering ASAP. Excuse me. So, now our task is to, well, we're good on wood. We're not good on steel. So let's take a look at what our gathering post options are. We've got coal, wood, wood, steel, coal, coal, wood, steel, 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 wood, steel. This is going to be an important one for steel. But I think our first priority for getting a little bit of coal is getting this gathering post up. So what we're going to do is... well, first let's determine where we're going to be... putting our lines. So one of our districts is going to be coming right out here, and another district's going to be coming right out here, another one here, and another one here. So we want the gathering post to line up as close to this as possible. So what we're going to do is make a little line right here. Not necessarily going to build anything on it, but we're going to see if we can cover all 3 piles. We can. We're good on that. We can go ahead and delete that. Now the question is, how many gathering posts can we make while still having the amount of wood to build all 8 houses? And I think the answer is 2. So let's go ahead and make one more. And now this one I'm not sure I want to do the way that it wants me to do. So I am going to... Well, you know what? Yeah, let's come out this way. Gathering post right. Let's get as far over to the right as possible. And we'll get rid of... No, we don't want to get rid of that. We want to... Yeah, we're going to get rid of these houses right away. And we want to get rid of all the roads. I just want the gathering posts in the specific locations that they're going to be. Now, who's this guy? Carrying resources, Paul Archson. Paul, you are going to... Let's actually pause this. Now, I apologize for those of you who don't like min-maxing, but there's going to be a lot of min-maxing on this game, so we're going to be trying to play this as efficiently as possible. So, what we want to do is make sure to take as few people off of wood as possible, but this guy was so close to building this, I had to, so... oh, I don't have anybody in that pile, so we got to take him off, so... Then we'll put them back on the wood pile, and we will take... We'll unpause this, and we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and put them back on the wood pile. So now they will immediately go build their gathering posts, and then they will return to work immediately. So that's what they're going to do right now. We want to have those ready for tomorrow. And now we want to save up quite a bit of wood because we're gonna be hurting for wood. So fast forward. Don't really have time to build all the roads out to the gathering post, but I want them ready for day 2. So all right, they're back to gathering wood. Now let's get our houses ready. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll go 7, 8. That'll be good for night 1. We also want... Now, do I want to do that? Yeah, I do. So, we are going to put one road out there, pause the game, and I'm going to make one medical post right here, and I'm going to delete this road. Alright. That should be good for night 1. And any extra wood that we have, we will build the roads towards the gathering posts, and we should be good. So let's go ahead and fast forward a teensy weensy bit. Fast forward. Now, are we going to finish this research by day 1? It's gonna be close. Sometimes they finish the research if it's beyond a certain point. It is! It's beyond! See, they're researching after 1800. Oh, that's beautiful. If it's above, like, 94%, they usually finish it. They'll work, like, 20, 30 minutes afterwards. So it's really good that we got that built when we did, because now we can get a second research going right off the bat. And that's going to allow faster gathering for tomorrow morning. So that's going to be absolutely great. So what we're going to do is we're going to let them build these for a little while. I don't want to build the roads quite yet because roads take priority over buildings. So we don't want to build the roads first because then they won't have their houses finished by midnight. And if they don't have houses and the generator's off by midnight, people will start dying. And that kind of sucks and we don't want that. So... Also, anybody building after midnight also has a higher chance of getting sick, so you also don't want to do that. Let's see here. Who do we want to put in the thingamajigger? We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engineers always in there. We want... That gathering post does hit that, right? Yeah, so we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 workers back in that. We want that wood pile cleared like ASAP. And we'll put 10 guys in there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys in here. We're good. And all we have to do is make sure we build the roads right before midnight. We just got, because they'll build up until midnight, but no later. So we just got to make sure they finish this crap. So, and it looks like I have 40 people building, so I can afford to build this road, which is off of here. Perfect, and we still got 10 people there. That's good. Build, 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 like your life depends on it. Okay, so we're still going. 20 people homeless. Come on, we gotta finish before midnight. Come on, come on, come on. And... boom, pause the game. Nobody's homeless, nobody's gonna die tonight. Okay, we are safe now. So what we're gonna do now is, where's our district? Right here. We're gonna come right out to here, and we're gonna do that. People will now build that. And do we have enough to build one more gathering post? We do! We do! We really, really do! And this one... okay, that one's got coal. This is going to be our main coal thing, though, so... do we want one out here? I think we do. So what we're going to do is build out like this. We want it to be on the outside, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. And we don't need that. So that's going to be our coal, and it'll also help gather this stuff. And it looks like we need another 10 people free, so we're going to pull them from... yeah, we can probably pull them from this one. Yeah, that'll work. And you know what? Let's just pull everybody and reallocate, because I don't like the positioning of these guys. So we need to... which one do we want to clear first? We want to clear this one first. Then we want to clear this pile second. Alright, that'll leave us 10 people. And we've got them building that and that. Alright, we are good for this. I think we're good. So let's fast forward past night 1. We got one person sick and they're going to build, or they'd be in the infirmary already. The second law that we're going to pass is adaptation and emergency shift. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to shovel every single one of these piles on emergency shift and just get everybody working, because 4 extra hours per resource pile adds up to a lot of extra productivity over the course of the game. It is absolutely something that you want to do. Let me click on this. Oh, I did click on it. I'm an idiot sometimes. So we're going to just set all the resource piles to, yeah. So let's get that steel wreckage. Okay, we've got every resource pile on the map now set to extended shift, and we should be good to go on that. So that's going to help us out there, and we are not going to activate the generator yet. Everybody's building, everybody's pissed off, everybody's overworked, so that means we're doing good. And let's just pray that we do not get 5 sick people tonight, because I've only got 1 medical post, and I'm 1 wood short of having another medical post. So yeah, need 25, I've only got 24. So if we get 5 people sick, we're in a little bit of trouble tomorrow. So I'm going to fast forward, and we're going to put our last 5 people in there. And I made sure that the engineers were in there so they don't get sick, because these are livable. these are chilly. So the people in the livable workplaces have a less likely chance of getting ill. So want to make sure my engineers are safe in there in case I need to transfer them out to being workers. So yeah, let's fast forward a little bit to day 2. Our goal here is to get the beacon and get people out as soon as possible. We want scouts going like ASAP because this first cycle is different than the other cycles. So hold up, we've got some sick people here, so I'm about to show you a little trick. We got 2 workers that are sick, so I'm going to dismiss the 2 workers, and I'm going to place the 2 sick people over in this pile here. Then I'm going to dismiss 2 healthy ones from this pile and put them over here, and since they're the only workers available, I've just moved healthy ones over to a livable one. Now I can move these sick workers back over to this pile, and I've just switched out where the sick people are located using that 3rd pile over here. That way I get more productivity out of this already higher productivity building. So that's a little neat. It's not really a trick, it's just kind of manipulating the mechanics of the game to do what you want it to do better. It's just optimizing the play of the game, kind of. So yeah. Oh shoot, first mess up of the game, 40 minutes of no tech. That's gonna hurt us a little bit. It is what it is though. So now we've got gathering posts going here and here. That's going to help a lot. Our next goal is to get a couple of extra workshops out while also having enough wood to send out a beacon group and to get our other gathering posts up, because we want people working in gathering posts all over the map if possible. Working directly in the piles is not safe, nor is it advised, because chilly people get sick a lot easier. I don't like that, you don't like that, they don't like that. It's just not fun for anybody. So let's fast forward a little bit. Alright, so we're good on wood for a little while. We're gonna pop a gathering post. You know what we're gonna do first? We're gonna pop this wood up here, and we're gonna pause the game. We're going to make a gathering post as close to the city as possible, and we're going to delete those, and we're going to set it to extended shift. We're also going to make another gathering post after we get 1 more steel. So we're waiting for there's steel that we need. Now, do we want it on the steel only pile, or do we want it on the coal with steel? We're going to need 1 on both eventually, so excuse me. But for now, I think steel's going to be very important. So we've already got 2 coal piles going. So, sorry, we have 3 coal piles. We've got 1, 2, 3. We're going to max out on coal here. So we don't actually need this coal pile going for a little while, but it does not hurt to get a gathering post over here so you can get at this. Now the question is it closer to this road or is it closer to this road? And the answer is that road now. So we're going to hold up. How close is this to the steelworks? That's actually really good placement. So what I'm going to do is put that right there. That road's going to lead up to the steelworks a little bit later, so we're preempting this a little. And we're going to set that to extended shift. And we don't have any extra people coming in yet. However, this is going to make a lot of people a lot sicker, so we're going to build a second medical post. And hopefully we get another 40 wood before this research is done so we can send out the beacon. I may have to cancel this medical post, so... Now there's a trick that I can use, which is you can send out your workers that are sick as your scouts, and you can delay having to heal them until they get back. However, there's a chance that they'll become... There's a like 50-50 chance, I've noticed, that they'll become gravely ill, and then the moment they come back to the city, they'll die. The other 50% chance is that their sickness will not progress. I don't know if I want to risk it, to be totally honest, because right when they get back is right when the storm's going to be hitting, so it could be a problem either way. So, I don't know. We'll decide that, well, pretty soon, actually. So, we've got a few people on this wood here. I think I want to keep everybody working until 2000. I know this is going to be... So, next thing we want to do is make sure we have a cookhouse ready, and with the way that this is lined up, it'll be perfect. The next law we want to sign tonight is soup, and we want to start feeding people because tomorrow they start getting hungry, and they start dying real quick on this difficulty. So, we got to make sure they're fed. So, there's a lot to plan out here. It'll work great, but we got a plan for everything. So let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, where were those wood crates depleted? You click on it right there. So those 10 people are going to go build roads, and I can't reassign them until they're done building all their roads. But I am going to let them build. So beacon is ready. So we're going to build the beacon. We can't build the beacon. We need 35. How? That's... Dang, that's expensive. Alright, so we're going to put 15 people on steel. And where's the other steel pile? There's one. How much has this got? This has only got 8 wood left, so it's going to be gone pretty quick. So I'm going to actually take these guys off. They'll go build, and then when they're done building, I will put them on this one. That'll be good. And we are going to get our next tech as a sawmill, because these wood crates run out real quick. And when they run out, you better have a wood tech research, because if you don't, well, it's gonna be bad. So this road out here also serves a second purpose. It's really close to a lot of these trees, so it's gonna help, as will this road right here. So what's happening here, the reason these guys aren't actually gathering is because they're going to build. They prioritize building roads over going to work if you release them from a different type of work. So they'll need to go build their one road segment, and then they'll instantly transfer over to work. So we're going to fast forward a teensy-weensy bit. Wood crates depleted. Where was the wood crates? This one? Yeah, so. Alright. Fast forward a little bit. Now, thing about endurance mode, let's talk about that. When you first start the game, everything's fine and dandy like normal. The weather's a lot worse than it is on Serenity mode, but after the first storm, the second storm, you start getting these hazards that'll affect your gameplay, and if we get one called Frozen Ground, this run is basically over. I'm going to be taking a gamble here, and if this gamble doesn't pay off, we're just done. So, because Frozen Ground means coal thumpers and yeah, I think it's just coal thumpers and something else, I forgot what it was. You operate at 10% efficiency, so yeah, that could be bad. It wasn't coal thumpers. Well, it wasn't. I don't know. We'll get to it eventually. But third law that we want to pass is soup, because that's going to be very important for tomorrow. So we need to get that beacon built like tonight. Alright. Are people building that? They are building that, so let's unpause this. Alright. Looks like we've got everybody going. We can get one free tech research. We don't need to... I'm talking about emergency shifts. You can use it once per game for free. I want to save my freebie one because we don't need it quite yet. But you get one free emergency shift without anybody dying, and then they start dying. The second one is a guaranteed 1 kill on one of your engineers, and we don't want to lose them right off the bat because we've only got 15 to start, and you need those basically. 5 for a workshop, 10 for medical bay. You don't want to be losing those guys this early, so you get 1 free use, and most people use that on a gathering post or on the workshop to get out an extra free tech. It's up to you what you want to use it on, yeah. So we're going to fast forward a little bit till we get our beacon, and I'm probably going to call it good on this episode, but we're going to release the 5 people that we want to use on our stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put 5 people on there, and we'll put the other 5 people on, put them back here, and I'll release them individually for the beacon. But yeah, I'm going to talk about the storm as soon as I get my beacon up. Beacon built. We're no longer lost and blind. From now on, you'll be able to survey the icy barrens. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the game, and I'm going to... Do I want to send the sick people? I think I'm going to send the sick people. So, patients, child worker. Yeah, we're going to send these people. We're going to risk it. If they die, you know what? That's my fault. So, we're going to send these guys. Now, the thing about this first storm cycle is this map right here during this pre-first storm cycle, it actually has a guaranteed 3 to 4 groups of survivors and a guaranteed 6 to 8 steam cores out here for you to find early on. That is not the case after the first storm. You will only find 1 to 2 groups of people and usually a maximum of 4 steam cores per map. But on this first cycle, there's always a group of people in each direction. 1 out here, 1 over here, and 1 up here. And there's always 2 to 3 steam cores in each direction. So the more scouting you can get done on this first cycle, the better off you're going to be for the rest of your entire endurance run. So we're going to decide which way to send these guys on probably the beginning of the next episode. But I'm going to call it quits here because we're approaching our half-an-hour limit. I think we might have already passed it. I haven't been keeping track of time very well. So we're going to call it a day for here and do a little bit more next time. The city's going to get a little bit more interesting after the first storm, I promise. But if you have any suggestions on things you'd like me to do, let me know, and I'll probably do it my way anyway. But just kidding. Congratulations on the winner of the naming contest. I will see you guys in the next one, and hopefully we don't die here pretty soon. So, y'all take care. I'll see you in episode 2 of our endurance run. Bye-bye.